we'll do it again, and we'll do new boards for the next time we do it with even more phrases, because there are a lot more phrases we could be using. What's that, Sean? Because I got a lot of phrases. He says I'm full of something. I don't know. It's probably true. Hey, let's talk to you about crumb cakes, New York crumb cakes. We are still very, very busy from Lock and Locker to encourage all of you to use QVC.com and your mobile apps. Those are going to be your best way to get through. We are only about 45 minutes before the show's over. What happened to all the time tonight, kids? It's flying out of here. All right, buckle up. We've got M62919, and this is from Jimmy the Baker, the original scratch baker. 14 of these 6.5-ounce cinnamon or blueberry crumb cakes. Boy, these look good. And you're going to love that they are baked. They arrive on your doorstep in a box, room temperature, individually packaged, and they're ready to go right into your freezer or 10 seconds in the microwave and then right into your tummy, because that's where they belong. This is M62919. We're going to remind you that the last time we had this on the air, blueberry and our combo choice both sold out. If you want all blueberry, I have 500 left. If you want all cinnamon, 350, and if you want combo, 1,500, but that's always the most popular. If you want auto delivery, it's every 90 days for 1 year. Joining me now live via telephone is Jimmy the Baker, or the man I call Jimmy the Bee. Good to have you back, sir.
Mr. David. Hello, hello.
Nice to have you with us again, buddy. It's nice to hear your voice.
I just got home moments ago. I kid you not. I have to thank the entire QVC audience for allowing us to be part of your stay at home, and you're doing it in droves. Thank you so much. We're working real hard.
Oh, well, we appreciate you so much. You're keeping us well fed because we need some sweets during this time, and you're stepping up like nobody's business, and we appreciate you so much. Hey, Jimmy, let's talk about crumb cake. Let's talk about your original crumb cake. This is something you have also described to me as pudding cake.
Yeah, it was, pound cake, crumb cake, coffee cake was always kind of a love of mine, and I went through lots of recipes, and I always used to see these recipes that called for a bag of vanilla pudding mix, and I always kind of scoffed at it until I tried it, and it's the starch in the pudding that makes the cake moist. So we developed this recipe that has what you would call the makings of pudding, which is why we're calling it a pudding cake. It's nice and moist. It's light. It's the vanilla and the pudding have really great competing flavors, if you will. And I think what you're looking at there is the blueberry.
No, this is cinnamon, I think.
Okay, I'm a little bit behind you, I think.
No, it's okay.
There you are. Okay, okay, now I see your cinnamon.
Yeah,
so
this
now,
beautiful ribbon of cinnamon, that's the same cinnamon filling you put in your cinnamon rolls.
Right, and as what I was just going to say is it's not as much recipe as it is process with us. What you're seeing there is 2 layers of cake, and in between is a ribbon of the makings of our cinnamon roll. And then we're topping it with the New York-style crumb topping. That's the brown sugar butter topping that screams cinnamon. And you can see the moisture. You can see how my staff. I mean, we actually do that by hand. We put the layer of cinnamon in by hand. We put the crumb topping on by hand. So we try to keep as close to homemade scratch baking as possible.
I want one of these with my morning coffee and about 30 minutes of alone time. Yeah.
I've heard. Now, I think we discovered it on one of your shows. I'd never microwaved it, and people phoned in and called in and said you've got to put this 10 or 15 seconds in the microwave. I think you know something about that.
I do. I love popping these in the microwave just for a few seconds, maybe 5-10 seconds. And you come away with this unbelievably, even more, if it's possible, even more moist situation. Now, this is the blueberry. Now, look at all that fresh fruit that is in that topping, that wonderful, moist pudding cake.
This is a great shot here, and I really want to point something else. You'll notice the way we make the cake. We are, through years of frustration, want to guarantee the same amount of blueberries in every piece of cake, and there's only one way to do that, and that is to literally by hand. After we put the batter in the dish, we put blueberries in by hand on top of the batter. We want it to bake on between the cake and the crumb topping. I don't want the cake turning blue from the blueberry juice leaking out to it. I don't want the cold blueberries inhibiting the growth of the cake in the oven. That's why we make it the way we do.
So let's update everyone and let you know that if you want just blueberry, I have 400 left. If you want just cinnamon, 250 remaining. And if you want the combo where you get, I believe, 6 and 6, is that right? No, 7 and 7. 7 and 7. We've got only how many? Only 1,000. A moment ago, that was 1,500.
Wow.
And Jimmy, these are baked in paper liners. And something you taught me a while ago, you purposely use paper liners because paper is a poor conductor of heat. So you want every side of this cake to be soft and lovely, almost as if it were right from the middle of the cake.
Right. And when we originally baked these, we baked them in full sheets and we used to cut them. People would get corners, they would get sides, and everybody asked me, is there any way I can just get the centers? So it was, this paper, again, was something we just out of frustration tried. And when you lift it out, you'll see all 4 sides are nice and light. It's like every piece is the center.
Now, every cake comes to us room temperature and in these little cello bags. Now, we can pop these in the freezer for how long?
Almost indefinitely. I say 3 months at least.
3 months?
I've never had anyone say they've gone bad in the freezer. They don't last that long anyway.
Well, no, they won't last that long because once you try one of these, everyone's going to clamor for this because they're going to want it at breakfast. They're going to want it for their dessert at lunch. They're going to want it for an afternoon snack. They're going to want it after the evening meal. Or they're going to want it for an evening snack. That's the beautiful part about all this.
6.5 ounces. At 6.5, they were actually probably over 7 ounces the way we put the crumb on.
Yep.
It's really meant to be shared. I mean, it is a big piece of cake. And as I've always said, we bake big because baking big bakes moist.
Well, what I love about this, particularly at this time right now, I mean, ding dong, the cakes are here, delivered right to your doorstep. Nobody's going out. No one's having to stand in line. No one's having to be stressed about being out of the house right now when everyone is telling us to do our best to stay home and only go out for essential things. This becomes essential to me, but the best part is you deliver it to my doorstep. And we are able to enjoy this right away.
On our last show together, I think I pointed something out, and I'm feeling it more and more, how this situation that we're in has made us feel that the whole country is our neighborhood. So when we bake and we send out just what you said, you open your door and there's cake. And if we could bring a smile to your day just by doing that, I've done my job.
Well, you do it better than most, my friend, and this is now over half gone. And if you want the all blueberry, $250, the all cinnamon, $180, and if you want that combo now, fewer than 500 left to go around. Half our quantity is gone. Jimmy the Baker, thank you, sir. Be well, be safe.
I miss you dearly, David. Have a great night.
We miss you too, buddy. All the best to you, and thanks so much for keeping us well fed. Take care, pal. All right, we're going to